All right, Jim, thank you very much. We're watching an exhibition run here before a record crowd at the NHRA 14th Annual Winternationals. And confirmed this is the biggest crowd they've ever had on a perfect day. Apparently the racing fans for drag racing doing like they did at Daytona 500, doubling up, finding ways to get back and forth to the racetrack under the energy crisis. Now we come to the semifinals in the top jewelers, and we will have Jerry Ruth of Seattle, Washington. Ruth will be running against Bob Noyce of Van Nuys, California. Ruth will be on the tower side or the one closest to the camera. These are the unlimited. These are the big boys, the top jewelers of drag racing. They put out horsepower that perhaps could be measured around 1,800 horsepower. They never really are able to determine exactly how much horsepower these massive engines produce. They burn nitromethane fuel, so they're not using gasoline. A lot of the engines have been modified, the aluminum engine becoming very, very popular. They literally are handmade from the ground up. Jerry Ruth pulling out, and Jerry Ruth, closest to the camera on the left-hand side of your screen, right there, is the winner. Jerry Ruth of Seattle, 6.21 seconds, 220-plus miles an hour. So he eliminates Robert Noyce in the semifinals of the top duel. So Jerry Ruth is going to be going against an old foe, regardless of who wins this next semifinal bout between Gary Beck and Pat Dakin. Remember, Superstars returns tomorrow, the final qualifying round, and you'll see the stars of winter sports from hockey, skiing, skating, and bowling at 2 Eastern, 1 Central, and Pacific time over most of these ABC stations. Now Pat Dakin comes up against another tough customer right here, Gary Beck. Beck will have the power lane, or the one closest to you. That apparently has been the fastest of the lanes so far throughout the competition. The track just resurfaced before we started racing here for the Winternationals. Dakin goes up in smoke on the right side, and Gary Beck wins it rather easily. And hear this, 5.84 seconds for Beck. That's a new record. More in a moment. There are 8 NHRA national events here in 1974 offering more than $1 million in prize money, and there are 8 different classes competing in them. Recapping some of the other results now in the stock class, Les Young of Medford, Oregon, with a great hole shot, got his second straight title, beating Dick Zuckman of Tustin, California. That was in the stock class. In the super stock competition, it was Marcel Cloutier of Placentia, California. Again, a great start to defeat Dave Wren of Linwood, Washington. He jumped off the line like Dave was tied to a post and won it. In the modified eliminator, Lee Shepard of Arlington, Texas, was the man who had the hole shot to defeat Jim Marshall of Riverside, California. In the pro stock, Bill Jenkins of Malvern, Pennsylvania, in a 74 Vega, had an 8.93 run, his 4th Winternationals championship, to defeat Wayne Gapp in a Pinto of Birmingham, Michigan. Gapp with 8.94, and in the competition eliminator, Ron Bonfanti of Metairie, Louisiana, 8.50, defeated Phil Featherston of Stockton, California. Featherston across at 8.92 elapsed time. Now let's spend a moment to look and listen and enjoy the flavor of drag racing.
Easy rolling, ain't no need to hurry out. It's just a special morning when I wake yawning and sun is shining. I feel like I've been dreaming and relaxed. On colored rainbow, everything's fine as long as it's easy rolling. You never see me worry,
Well, you can see there's some pretty exotic automobiles and some fairly exotic folks running around here at the NHRA Winternationals. Now we come to the finals of the Pro Comp. Dale Armstrong of Torrance, California, and his partner Ken Vaney. They'll be squaring off against each other. These automobiles were prepared in the same shop. Dale Armstrong is driving an A fuel dragster, and Ken Vaney is in a double B funny car. This is a new category, the Pro Comp, determined on weight, fuel, and the displacement of the engines. And, of course, their placement in this particular professional category, which is head-to-head racing, is determined by how well they have performed. Buster Couch brings them up now. Their partners running for the top money here in the Pro Comp, and the money will run right around $8,000 for the winner. Armstrong in the power lane. Here is the camera. Good start. Armstrong has the lead at the top end. It is Armstrong. 6.89 seconds. 196.5 miles an hour. Vaney, 7.09 in his funny car. Also 19650 miles an hour. Take another look at the finish in slow motion. Now you see Armstrong in the dragster, closest to the camera. Vaney in the funny car, and Armstrong the winner. Now let's have a look into the pits of the Top Fuel finalists, Gary Beck and Jerry Root.
Kind of like walking on eggs at this point. 5.84.
Yeah, we're being very careful. We're trying to duplicate her again. We've been taking it easy on the motor down the finish lights, and we're going to stretch her a little bit this time.
You've just really never changed expression. You got to be the coolest cat I've ever seen in this particular game. Tell me something about yourself. Your self-control, your discipline. Is it practiced? Is it normal? Is it habit? What is it?
Well, I've been racing for a long time, and it's a job. And all we try to do is win the race, and try to do everything on the race car as perfect as humanly possible. And it takes a lot of concentration.
Jerry, how new are you going to be for this one?
Well, I'm going to be able to run. We changed the motors before the last round. And this is a steel motor, and we had a aluminum motor in there, so it'll run. I don't know if it'll be good or not. He looks awful strong, doesn't he?
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, he's laying him down. He's been under that 6 now on 2 successive runs. That makes him... Obviously, he's tough.
He may wear the hair off his rabbit's foot.
Then you feel this thing called luck, huh?
Yeah, right. We've been having a little bit ourselves up to now. Yeah. We've only run like 6:20 throughout the race, which really isn't that good in a field of 5-second cars. And, the guys been breaking against us and stuff, so we've been pretty lucky. We've been to a lot of races, trying to be lucky.
Yeah. All things being equal, you figure your gear can go under 6?
Yeah, I think this thing run 590 or a 6 flat pretty easily. Of course, he went 584, and it might even run 584. We'll try hard to do that.
Good luck to you.
All right, Keith.
A little wheel spin on the middle of Clinton. You call it, folks. I can't from here.
You all right?
Hit it, sucker.
All right, we're ready for the funny car finals. And it matches Dale Emery of Columbus, Ohio against this man, Frank Hall of Kirkland, Washington. Hall driving a 73 Vega, and Emery will be in a 74 Camaro. Frank Hall, the world finals champion last year in Amarillo, Texas. Dale Emery took the Grand National title in Montreal, Canada. A lot of money at stake here, and the difference between first and second pronounced. $13,800 for the winner, $4,550 for the runner-up. Plus the fact that a national championship, well, you know it's always worth some merchandising value. In automobile racing, these men are professional. This is their profession. Dale Emery and Frank Hall having fought their way all the way into the finals, and this is no time to be careless. This is where you reach into the reservoir of discipline, of energy, of every resource at hand. Hall's car brakes on the start line. Frank Hall's car brakes on the start line, and Dale Emery of Columbus, Ohio, runs what amounts to a solo to win the Funny Car Championship. So a tough break here for Frank Hall. Here's the winner, the Funny Car Champ.
A little better.
Congratulations, Dale.
Thank you very much.
Good job. Good job. Kind of nice. It doesn't hurt your feelings to run solo on a championship run, does it?
No, it definitely was a hard day's work, I'll tell you that.
You guys were really thrashing to get this thing pulled together. How much time did you have to spare?
Oh, we had about 10 minutes to spare, and that was about it. But we made it, and we got down here, and that's what counts.
And you've got a national championship in your
Right. Second one.
Yeah, that's great. And a little money. Here comes a happy crew.
Wally Parks, the NHRA president. And while the celebration goes on at the finish line for the funny car champion Dale Emery, we look back towards the starting line where the Top Fuel finals are being readied. The shadows of evening growing quite pronounced here after a brilliant winter day in Pomona, California, with the temperature up into the 80s. The winner of the Top Fuel title will realize $13,400. Runner-up, $4,350. Gary Beck, the Nationals champion at Indianapolis Raceway Park a year ago. He lost to Jerry Ruth in the finals of the World Finals in Amarillo, Texas. And on the left-hand side, it is Gary Beck of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, who wins it. And Gary Beck turns in another scorching run. 5.94 seconds, top end speed, 243.24 miles an hour. So Gary Beck not only posts the low ET of 5.842 seconds, the quickest run ever at Pomona, he also tops the meet at 243.24 miles an hour. So this young man from Canada, a native son of Seattle, Washington, defeats Jerry Ruth in the Top Fuel finals in a remarkable series of 4 straight runs under 6 seconds. Wow.
You got a fair to Midland streak going, young man.
Oh, it's hard to believe, isn't it? That's unreal. I think we're going to see a pretty happy crew coming down here, let me tell you.
Well, you did 594.
What was the ET this run? 590? Terrific. It's unbelievable. It was a bit of a handful out there in the middle, let me tell you. Look at these guys. Here they are. Well, Wally,
Getting to be a habit.
it's a good one, too, let me tell you.
You're doing a beautiful
I
job.
certainly appreciate racing at your races. They're always the best, and I always enjoy them. We really do.
We're proud of you and everybody else you raced against out there.
Well, It's Jerry Ruth coming over to congratulate him.
Yeah, that's your turn. Next turn's mine. How you doing?
Would you believe we raced?
Yes,
Thank you. That was quite a shootout.
For a broken piece of junk, it didn't run bad.
What'd you run?
I don't know. 21? Again, another 20.
That's the story from Pomona, California.
No need to hurry at all. Believe it, you don't have to worry. I'm living a dream, I'm in it deep down. Good, my life, so flowers.